Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the bold analysis. There is total silence, and we'll explain to you who is this silent and why are they silent. On a sad note, I also want to sympathize with the passengers that were in a bus from Sugoi coming for the inauguration, and the bus was involved in an accident along Nakuru Eldoret Highway. We pray for them and hope that those who are injured. The bus was involved in an accident, and quite a number of people there suffered some injuries. We pray that God will comfort them, even if I have seen people trivializing it, that accident, but I think it touches on people's lives, and there is no story that is worth your life. And of course, I just saw that some moments before I was shooting this video, and I just want to say on behalf of myself, Team Bold family, Bold, we a humanitarian aspect is with us. We pray for them. Now, my good friends from Hustlers Plaza promised me that I was going to receive invitation. And the invitation was for the private party, and actually one for State House that I've really been waiting for. But now reports coming is that the envelopes that were brought there did not have any invitation letter. And so, not yet sure whether people are going to attend, but I can say something that the confusion that hit the Hustlers Plaza on Monday after the staff members received empty envelopes purported to be invitation card to William Ruto's inauguration. So of course the one in they are the ones for the VIP for Kasarani, and those are the ones for private party, private luncheon in State House the same day evening. Yeah, that is the one I really wanted, but it means even my good friends got envelopes that did not have anything. Now, that aside, I want to just comment about something that has been so interesting. Since 4 p.m. in the evening, after the outgoing president, Uhuru Kenyatta, met with the president-elect, Dr. William Samoei Ruto, I have been hawk-eyed in social media to look at the reactions, and critically, I was looking at the strong critics of President Uhuru Muigai Kenyatta. I checked the social media pages, and you can also just continue checking. You realize that it is only Kipchumba Murkomen that has posted the photos of William Ruto and President Uhuru Kenyatta in State House and is talking about our democracy is strengthened. That is what he's saying. Remember, until up to Sunday, that was on 11th, yesterday, their host of UDA leaders from Mount Kenya that believed that president wants to cling on power while the transition process was going on. And this has been their language. I even looked Oscar Sudi from Rift Valley on William Ruto's wing. These are people who believed that the president was going to cling on power. Not spoken. Miguna have not spoken anything, and quite a number of them. So why do you think there is that silence? But then, remember, UDA-Gachagua had stated at some point that president did not want to give power and wanted to cling on power. And so their political currency of insulting the president was actually deactivated. Was actually deactivated because now William Ruto is getting cozy with outgoing president. And the outgoing president, according to me, had an element of continuity because William Ruto had to continue. Even if you have the new hustler projects, But because of the state of the economy, the economists are advising that you need to embrace continuity first as you think about what you're going to do for the people. So I want to tell you why UDA-Gachagua, Kimani Chungwa, Ndindi Nyoro, Alice Wahome, Susan Kihika, I don't know, you can add the list, Oscar Sudi, are all quiet and they're in total confusion on what to say or how to react about the matter. You can take this to bank. William Ruto, the president-elect, did not inform them that he was going to State House. Even though that meeting was just for orientation, I can tell you that if they had been informed and they had planned, Deputy President is having a very key digital team that is aligned towards communicating anything. If they would have known, I'm telling you, they would have even started talking about it before it. And they would have already crafted the narrative. But one thing we know is that UDA politicians don't rush to social media just to post things. No. They will always have one line of attack. And when you go to one politician to the other, you'll find coherence in what they were saying, because that's what used to happen during the campaign trail. It will be different, unlike on the other side where on Azimio la Umoja, Babu Owino will wake up and say whatever he thinks is and not care. And the other side, the other person is saying something else, and so but on UDA, I think they really sustained coherence information. They did not know. And so when it happened, they didn't know what to say. But because I think the decision for that orientation was above board, it was managed by transition and bit of some military stuff. So that's why they could not be. But end of insults to change the masses. President Uhuru Kenyatta getting cozy with the incoming president-elect William Ruto is a bad news, is a very bad news to Mount Kenya politicians that had commodified the insult and attack on President Uhuru Kenyatta as their currency of engaging with the people. The best way to capture the attention, because again, this is the nature of political communication. Political messaging is only catchy when it is antagonizing. You must go somewhere, and the conflict in political messaging is the currency. And in Mount Kenya, the conflict was sustained, the conflict between the President Uhuru Kenyatta and Mount Kenya voters. But if now the president gets cozy with his deputy, and you want to sustain that attack, you find yourself in unfamiliar ground. And most of them have found themselves in unfamiliar ground. And in fact, I support President Uhuru Kenyatta that he should exit the stage and leave the people and the voters of Gema to judge the leaders without mudslinging and scapegoating with the name of the president. That will be it. Keep calm. Even resign as Azimio chair. Should not even continue that as Azimio chair. Just resign, just go home and leave these politicians to run the show, so that they will actually lack a bearing. They will lack a pillow, because President Uhuru Kenyatta was their pillow. When you feel uncomfortable, unaeka kichwa hapo. That is what the president. That is how they use the office of the president now. But Uhuru Mount Kenya legacy is also coming out. I maintain, and I repeat here, this year I've gone to Mount Kenya thrice. I've applied the route Murang'a, gone through, I've also arrived to Kirinyaga, and the Maua Road heading to Meru, but sikufika Meru. Now, mtu asikudanganye, Uhuru worked in the mountain. But for political convenience, it had to be made to be seen that Uhuru did nothing. That is the truth. So at this particular time, When Uhuru has left the stage, and you know that Uhuru worked, that is what that which Uhuru achieved for the region, apart from all the negative efforts that had been put to negate what they have done. Uhuru's legacy is something that also tied William Ruto. So the more William Ruto team, he comes into government and will keep on reminding Kenyans that president did do this and this, he should be tempted to wonder, okay, some of these projects were done when you are actively in government, unlike in the second term when you had the presidential ambitions. So these politicians are also finding themselves in such unfamiliar grounds. Then I think that meeting portrays kumi yangu kumi yako. So if the notion was that we supported Deputy President William Ruto because we did not want to be seen as people who are betrayers, tuliambia Ruto kumi na kumi, then before the president left, we also called Ruto and they met. So what does it mean? That kumi yako worked. So even if you want to spread the bitter venom, what is the ground of spreading that bitter venom? Because what you've been praying for and what you've been saying that the president turned his back on is what was portrayed in that meeting. It's quite uncomfortable, and I'm really waiting. I wish that Raila will not become the scapegoat. And I know when Raila is still around here, is still active, Raila will become the next line of attack. The president decides. But if Raila steps back, I don't know whether they are now going to attack another person. But you can see that quite a number of people were uncomfortable with the fact that William Ruto was close to President Uhuru Kenyatta. That coziness is deflating what would be the currency of the government. If anything would go bad, they will refer to Uhuru. Hii haikufanyika sababu Uhuru alifanya hii na hii. Hii haikufanyika sababu Uhuru alifanya hii na hii. Ladies and gentlemen, that's my bold analysis. I continue to repeat and remind viewers and supporters of the bold analysis. By tomorrow, the country is seeing the transition. We have a democracy, so we are going to usher the fifth regime. If you feel comfortable going to attend, just attend, be peaceful, don't heckle anyone. But if you feel aggrieved and you can't attend, it's also fine. And those who are celebrating magnanimity, I think let's just have the decency. The drivers that are ferrying people to the town, I know some of you are also excited. The excitement is there. But let's just have decorum and decency, because after tomorrow, life will just move on. Stories of people, accidents that have been caused because of such excitements, and so I think we can tame, and may God comfort and heal those who were involved in that accident. I know someone will be asking, why is that? The person who gave me information, one of our subscribers, who is one of our subscribers here, a relative was in one of the buses. He's in the bus, actually. So he's telling me that her mother's sister was in the bus. So we hope that Sadika. Thank you, guys.